left is fraction only.
Yes, you can leave your answer and a fraction also. You can convert into a mixed fraction also. Instead of 98.25, you can write 98 1/4 also. Okay, you can leave it here also, no
Okay,
problem. Okay,
okay.
so next one would be 17/2. This one. Now this one is a little. If you know, realize one step, you will be able to do it. The question is simplify this expression. Mute your audios, please. A lot of sounds coming. Okay, this is your. You need to simplify this expression. What you must realize here is this is a product of two terms. Okay, and here I have three terms. Okay, and this should a little bit. I mean, just a guesswork. It should look to you like this: a minus b. Just by a little guesswork. Maybe it looks like this. Maybe I don't know, but it looks like this: a minus b. So you have this and this, and you have a square. This you have ab, which may be this. I don't know. Maybe this, right? Just looks like this. So let me see whether it actually is this form or not. So what I do is I write this as x to the power of 1/3 minus x to the power of minus 1/3. Now you see x to the power of 2/3 can be written as x to the power of 2 into 1/3. I write this as it is 1 plus x to the power of um, 2 into, I break it up as 2 into minus 1/3. Why did I break it up as 2 into minus 1/3? Because I need this 2 and this 2 same. Why do I need these two same? Because I want to see whether this square appears. That is why I have written this 2 as it is. I did not remember that I did not break this up as minus 2 into 1/3. It could have been broken, but I did not. I did not split this product in this manner. I split this product as 2 into minus 1/3. Is that clear? Absolutely clear. Why I split this product as in this manner?
Yes, sir.
I did not split
Yes,
the
sir.
product in this manner because I have a certain something in my mind. Okay. So what I now do is x to the power of 1/3 minus x to the power of minus 1/3 is, now this can be written as x to the power of 1/3 whole square. Right? This one let me write as it is. And this can be written as x to the power of minus 1/3 whole square. Now you understood why I split this product in this manner and not in this manner.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because I had something in mind. I wanted a 2 here because initially my guess was that I must bring a 2 here and I must bring a 2 here.
Yeah,
That is
the
what
voice is not coming properly. It's cutting.
okay, that was my initial guess. Okay, I think you'll get my voice soon. Now you're getting my voice or not?
Yes, sir. Properly.
Okay. So that is what I had in mind. This 2 I had in mind. This 2. That is why I broke it up this way and not this way. So therefore, what happens? Let me this one. So let me just let a is equal to x to the power of 1/3 and b is equal to x to the power of minus 1/3. Now look what happens. This expression, what it becomes. X to the power of 1/3 I have taken a, x to the power of minus 1/3 I have taken b. X to the power of 1/3 I have taken a, so this becomes, this is raised, x to the power of 1/3 is raised to the power 2, so this becomes a square plus 1, or maybe later I'll do this because 1 has to be adjusted. Let's see if I can adjust 1. Now see, I have got my a minus b. Okay. The only problem is whether this one is ab or not. Let me check. X to the power of 1/3 whole square. So if I take this as my a, this as my b, this becomes my a minus b. This is my e square. Okay. And this is my b square. Okay. So let me check whether this term is ab. What is a here? A is x to the power of 1/3. And b is x to the power of minus 1/3. Now what is the product of these two? X to the power of 1/3 into x to the power of minus 1/3. The bases are same. You can add the powers, which is equal to x to the power of 1/3 minus 1/3, which is equal to x to the power of 0, which is 1. So x to the power of 1/3 into x to the power of minus 1/3 is 1. So I'm getting my AB term also. So therefore, let A is equal to x to the power of 1/3, B is equal to y to the power of x to the power of minus 1/3. X to the power of minus 1/3. So therefore, what does this expression become? A minus B into A square plus AB plus B square. And what is this? A cube minus B cube. Right or wrong? A cube minus B cube? Or A cube plus B cube? Yes, say.
Sir, a cube minus b cube.
Yes. So now I put back the values. X to the power of 1/3 whole cube minus y to the power of 1/3 whole cube. So this becomes x to the power of 1/3 into 3 minus y to the power of 1/3 into 3. This 2 3's cancel. You simply get x minus y. Okay. Any problem in any step here? Anyone who could not get? Yes. Yes or no? Tell me. I'm waiting.
Sorry, understood. So understood.
Yes, understand.
Sir, understand.
Understand, sir.
Sir, understood.
Good. Let's proceed with the next one, which is your 19.2. This one. You have 10 more minutes, okay?
It's 129.
10 more minutes. You want to leave, you can leave, okay? No problem. I'll continue for 10 more minutes because I've lost 10 minutes there. So left hand side, now here the question was prove that x plus y plus z by x to the power of minus 1, y to the power of minus 1, plus y to the power of minus 1, z to the power of minus 1, plus z to the power of minus 1, x to the power of minus 1 is equal to xyz. This was your question. Prove that. Okay, so we start from the left hand side. Divided by So here, see what I have done here is that I have taken xy whole to the power of -1. What you can also do is you can take x to the power of -1 as 1 by x. Okay. You can take y to the power of -1 as 1 by y. I can write, right, in this manner. No problem. I can write.
So we'll make it positive, no?
Yes, because a to the power of, you know that a to the power of -n is equal to 1 by a to the power of n. So therefore,
And
x to the power of -1 must become 1 by x.
1 by x.
Okay, so that applying this rule,
Okay, sir.
I have changed all the denominators. Okay. Next, what I do
Okay,
is
sir.
I take the LCM in the denominators. Numerator, keep it as it is. Take the LCM in the denominators. Let me just write in a convenient manner as a single fraction: 1 by xy plus 1 by yz plus 1 by zx. Now I'll take the LCM.
XYZ.
So xyz is my LCM. So
Yes,
what is
sir.
left here? If I have an xy here,
Z.
if I xyz, I'm left with z.
Z.
Z into 1 is z plus.
Yes, sir.
Then next I have a yz here. I have xyz here. Divide xyz by yz. You simply get
X
x. X
X,
into 1 is x.
x plus y.
Plus, and
and Y.
similarly you get a y.
Y.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
You keep this within brackets. Always a good habit to keep algebraic expressions within brackets. Okay. So this is x plus y plus z divided by x plus y plus z divided by x y z. Okay. Now what happens? This and this cancels. If you can't understand
XYZ.
this step,
Yes, sir.
what you can do is you can write x plus y plus z into
Into
xyz
Into
XYZ.
x y z.
divided by
Yes.
x plus y plus z. You can
By
also do this step and then
Hmm.
cancel, no problem. Okay, you cancel here also, and you are
we
left
got
with
Okay,
x,
sir.
XYZ.
y, z, and therefore this
Hmm.
is your equal to right hand side. Okay, one more and I'll
Yes,
call
Okay,
it a
sir.
day, and then we'll continue next week.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
this problem given a is equal to xy to the power of p minus 1, b is equal to xy to the power of q minus 1, and you given c is equal to xy to the power of r minus 1. You need to prove that e to the power of q minus r into b to the power of r minus p into c to the power of p minus q is equal to 1. Okay, so we start from the left hand side. We write as it is. You know the values of a, b, and c, right? So you put these values in the left hand side. So first left hand side is a to the power of q minus r into b to the power of r minus p into c to the power of p minus q. Okay, now you put the values of a, b, and c. A is what? xy to the power of p minus 1. This whole thing raised to the power of q minus r into b is your xy to the power of q minus 1 raised to the power of r minus p into, and c is, yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir. The voice is cutting.
Yes, yes, it was because there were some sounds outside. Xy to the power of r minus 1, which is your
Yes,
value
sir.
of c to the power of p minus q. Okay, so now what happens? See, I have these two as my bases, right? And this is the common power. So this power q minus r will distribute between x and y to the power of p minus 1. So this can be written as x to the power of q minus r into y to the power of p minus 1 whole to the power of q minus r, isn't it? Because this index will distribute between x and y. Similarly, this r minus p will distribute between x and y to the power of q minus 1. So x to the power of r minus p into y to the power of q minus 1 to the power of r minus p into x to the power of p minus q into y to the power of r minus 1 whole to the power of p minus q. Okay, now you take the x's together. Keep this within brackets. This x, this x, this x you take together. X to the power of q minus r into x to the power of r minus p into x to the power of p minus q. So x's I have taken together. Now you take the y's together. This y, and this y. You write y to the power of p minus 1 to the power of q minus r into y to the power of q minus 1 into r minus p into y to the power of r minus 1 whole to the power of p minus q. Okay. Now see here, I have the basis same. I have x, x, x as the basis with different powers. That means the powers can be added. X to the power of q minus r plus r minus p plus p minus q. And you see this form is what? A to the power of m whole to the power of n form, right? That means a base raised to, a power raised to another power. That means I can take the product of these two powers, which is equal to a to the power of m into n, right? So therefore, what I do is I take y to the power of p minus 1 into q minus r into y to the power of q minus 1 into r minus p into y to the power of r minus 1 into p minus q. Okay, so now what happens? I open these brackets, q minus r plus r minus p plus p minus q into y to the power of, now see here I have bases same, right? So I can add the powers. What is the power here? This one. What is the power here? This one. What is the power here? This one. So therefore, I will add the powers. P minus 1 into q minus r plus q minus 1 into r minus p plus r minus 1 into p minus q. Okay. See now what happens here? All cancel. Plus q minus p plus p. This cancel. So you simply get x to the power of 0. The only part remaining is y. So what we do is we multiply these expressions. Okay. And see what happens. I get pq minus pr minus q plus r on multiplying this plus, and then again I'm multiplying these two. So I get qr minus qp minus r plus p. Keep this within brackets. And this one would be pr minus qr minus p plus q. Okay, now open the bracket. This changes to 1. X to the power of 0 is 1. And now I open these brackets. PQ minus PR minus Q plus R plus QR minus QP minus R plus P plus PR minus QR minus P plus Q. Now see, all these cancel. Plus Q minus Q. And then you have a PQ here. You have a PQ here cancelling. You have a minus PR plus PR cancelling. You have a plus R. You have a minus R cancelling. You have a plus P. You have a minus P cancelling. You have a plus QR and you have a minus QR cancelling. So what you get is 1 into y to the power of 0, which is 1 into 1, which is equal to 1, which is your right hand side. Yes? No problem? Any step, any problem?
No,
No, sir,
sir.
no.
So
So this was a cakewalk. Okay.